Who were some other mediocre performances this weekend under center? Kedon Slovis. Now, I love Kedon Slovis, the human being.
Great dude.
But this is what worries me about Kedon Slovis, the quarterback. It's mediocre. Now, the defense dominated. Okay, it was Sam Houston. Don't care. The BYU defense came out and dominated their opponent. And all you put up was 14 points? Usually when you buckle your chin strap, a 21 goes up on the board, especially against somebody like Sam Houston State. I worry about Slovis in these situations. You threw the ball 33 times for 145 yards? Now, the best wide receiver in the Big 12, in my opinion, is a kid named Cody Epps. Did not play in this game for BYU. NFL prospect, to be sure. Did not play. I understand it. He can't throw for 145 yards against Sam Houston. It's not good enough. And I will support Kedon Slovis as long as they are winning games. And I have seen a lot of quarterbacks come and go. I have seen a lot of kids that struggle. And I think this is going to be an incredibly difficult year for BYU football. But Cade Fennegan should be the starting quarterback of BYU. Just have said it repeatedly. Cade Fennegan should be the starting quarterback of BYU.
You know what the problem is?
And not that I'm indicting Slovis for that offense because there were other issues. He shouldn't be at BYU. And I love the kid, and he's a really good dude, and he's a really good glue guy, and I love the chemistry angle and his experience. He's just not that he's not him. And it bothers me so much about BYU that you've lost quarterbacks who have transferred, or is Cade Fennegan going to be this guy that just never gets a shot at BYU? Is he going to wind up at Arizona State? Is he going to wind up somewhere else? BYU needs a 3-year starter at quarterback. And Cade can be that kid. Kedon Slovis is not going to be that kid. And does Kedon Slovis play well enough for BYU to win 6 games? Probably not. Because they will need superhuman in certain moments.
Mm-hmm.
It's just where I come down on it. So I think Kedon Slovis is a serviceable quarterback. He is not spectacular. He is not a guy that's going to carry a team. He left that at USC because I saw some things at USC. But again, Lincoln went in, clean house, brought in his guy. Look at Jackson Dart going to Ole Miss and winning a job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was USC's fault. Look, my point with Kedon is very simple. It's similar to yours, which is this is somebody who's starting at BYU because of the intangibles, the leadership, the bring the team together stuff. Like, that's why he's starting, not because he's got the biggest arm on the team or because he runs the fastest 40.
Correct.
Right? And I think that the thing for Kedon, and this is what I think he's been chasing his whole collegiate career, is when is Kedon Slovis going to become the guy that can bomb it down the field? Because unfortunately, you got to be able to throw it for 50, 55 at least. I mean, you got guys throwing the ball 65, 70 yards, man. And I don't see a lot of that out of BYU. Now, again, it's 1 week. To his point, right? Cody didn't play. Totally get it. But there's no getting away from what the numbers say, right? This is the Tyler Shuck thing. The numbers say what the numbers say. Threw 47 times and didn't get the job done. Hey, you threw for, 37 reps, I think you said? And
20 of 33, 145, 4.4 average.
33 reps. You averaged 4.4 yards in a
QBR of 26.7.
So that's why I say, it's 1 week. Yep. Probably some wrinkles in there that are not on Kedon. But I'm telling you, you're not playing some cupcake schedule anymore. Baylor will come in here and beat your ass. Right? The Big 12 will.
And I look at their defense. My guy Maximus did the job.
Correct.
Ben Bywater did the job. Robinson, that is that dude. That defense is good. And it's just frustrating. We'll see if the offense turns around.
That said, they won the game.
Yeah.
I might add they won the game, which for them is huge because you need to win every non-conference game you can to make a bowl this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Tarrant County, SMU, boy.
Hug 'em.
Slovis is not that guy. We're going to find out. Salamini, Southern Utah, one of the most underrated FBS schools in the. Oh wait, exactly. There you go.
Well said.
Tanner Plummer, Cade Finnegan, the starter. Why? I'm not knocking it. I want to hear you out because that's your future.
Yeah,
that's your future. Plain and simple. That is your future. And how many years in a row have we been talking about this?
dude. If you're gonna have a guy who averages 4.4 yards a throw and has a QBR 27, why don't we do it with a freshman instead of a senior?
Learn on the job.
Let the kid grow into it. That's the thing.
Especially with this receiving core, which, again, Talmadge Gunther didn't play. Cody didn't play. I mean, you had a bunch of dudes who didn't play in this game.
And you still won.
Yeah. They did their job. They won the game. But you know that they are going to be making changes. You know this. Ron Loney says Slovy us. Could be. He's not going to run you to games. Jim Choi, BYU getting Devin Brown transferring in. We'll see. Tarrant County, Pitt, USC, BYU. USC was circumstantial. Pitt, Kedon didn't play well. BYU, he's in a really good situation.
Yeah.
Greg Hawkins, my guy, what's up? The Tech loss sucks for Tech, but at least it was a good game. Baylor. And you lost your quarterback, which might be a good or a bad thing.